we're going to lay back. So just pop your legs forward wherever you are. Scoochies forward, and we're going to pop back onto our forearms. Just gently laying back. Take your time. This session is probably best to do in the morning when you have some time in the morning. Just to yourself, or maybe you want to try this with a family member. This nice gentle stretch. But basically you're going to take your knees into your chest. And we're going to start this practice today. We're going to start with some gentle movement, rocking side to side on your lower back. I've just got my neck and head back here. But you could pick your neck and head up if you wanted, which we might in a second. Just rocking the opposite direction. Okay, so sort of your sacrum, the back of your pelvis. From here, you're going to take your feet just to the ground and just gently pressing your thighs away. You want to feel that your arms are straight and you're kind of shifting into the backs of your shoulders, locking your armpits down and squeezing your ribs, the back of your ribs to the mat below you, okay? So just notice your neck posture as well. You might want to reset your neck posture. Imagine you've got a wee apple under your chin and you're holding on to this apple. Maybe shuffle your shoulders into a better position so they're back and away from your ears. Okay, so with all of that said, you're going to rip the ground in half with your feet. So feel that in your legs. Begin to hitch your pelvis up off of the mat. Keep going. And we're not going into a full bridge just yet. Just keep it like a half rep. And then we're going to inhale very slowly. Drop back each vertebrae at a time. Remember, we said we were going to get familiar with our spine, the vertebrae. So we're going to do a cat-cow spinal wave in a second. Just keep going in your spinal, your bridge, okay? So just a little lift and then inhaling, slowly dropping back. And something my mentor taught me that I love to think about here all of the time, because it's just such a great visual. I find visuals really, really help when we're practicing here. So keep pressing your legs away. You can feel your legs working and you're shifting into your shoulders. Just soften your ribs on the way back, working through each vertebrae on the way back. So you can picture all of these little bones in your spine just dropping back, and you're picking your hips up a little bit farther now each repetition, pausing for a moment, and then inhale slowly, articulating back. So I hope you're getting good feedback here with the mic that you can hear. Okay, you're doing great. Keep going, lifting your hips up a little bit farther, and then inhale slowly back. So we were talking about that visual, okay? Think of the last time you saw a pearl necklace. So I don't know why that sounds so funny to say, but we've all seen a pearl necklace. You can picture what that looks like, each and every single little pearl dropping back one at a time onto the mat. So your spine being this pearl necklace, each and every single vertebrae representing a pearl in that necklace. So think about that now, just shifting into your shoulders and the backs of your arms, resisting the pull of gravity on the way back, and then lifting straight back up. Resisting the pull of gravity, kind of shifting into your shoulders. Keep your neck long. Give me 3 more. Pausing for a moment at the top, and then slowly back. So this is our warm-up. We're going to hold this next one. So we're not moving super like mad fast. We're just wanting to get warmed up. So think about rolling out from your hips, okay? Turning your thighs out from your hips. Now at the same time, we don't want our legs to be super far out here. You know, we still want our knees in line with our big toe. So keep rotating your thighs out, But I want you to think of a medial line running down the center of your body, and your thighs, your inner thighs, are gripping this line running down the center of your body, at the same time rolling and turning out your thighs. So you will feel that, and you'll be able to take your hips farther. So keep shifting into your shoulders, soften your ribs on the way back, inhaling, keeping your neck long. Feel the middle of your back all the way back to your tailbone. Kind of shift your pelvis forward here, and we're going to take those knees again into the chest. Give a big hug, rocking side to side. Even fuller, deeper breaths. And think of these little circles that you're making on your low back, in the back of your pelvis. Maybe they're big circles, maybe they're small, maybe they're a mixture of both, okay? So keep those knees in your chest. Squeeze your elbows in by your side. And we're going to pick our neck and head up. So think about looking at your belly button. You're holding an apple under your chin. And you're going to pick that apple up to look at your belly button. So you can't take your neck and head too far because you just wouldn't have space. Imagine a big apple under your chin. Okay, keep holding on to that apple. You're going to inhale, drop back. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Look forward at your belly button. Twice more, inhale and exhale. We're going to add the legs this time. Inhale, stretch the legs away. You can let them be heavy in your hands in the backs of your knees. So drop your neck and head back. Keep your legs here in a lovely tabletops, maybe squeezing your thighs, gripping them together. Shifting into the back of your pelvis and your ribs as you exhale, lifting your neck and head up to look at your belly button. Now we're going to stay here. Just take those hands and release them just by your legs. We're going to take a lovely full and deep breath. Inhale, stretching those hands up overhead. And then exhale, turning the palms of the hands down, pressing them down to the ground, just a few inches from the ground. We're going to go again. Inhale, stretch from your belly rather than your shoulders, okay? Stretch from your tummy. Look up at those hands. Exhale, squeeze from your armpits, pressing down, holding, hug those armpits down into your rib cage. Going to go again. Inhale, stretching up, looking up. And exhale, squeezing those arms down by your side. Again, inhale, looking up. Exhale. So although you're turning your gaze to look up, it is just your gaze, okay? I'm not moving my neck and head. I'm keeping my neck and head in the same position. I'm turning my gaze to look up. Give me one more inhale. Keep those knees over your hips. Don't let them creep in. Stay here. You're going to inhale, drop your neck and head back. Take those knees into your chest and give it a rock side to side. Fuller, deeper breaths. Breathing low and wide. Take a little gulp, maybe reset your neck and head posture. Rock the opposite direction. Lovely, well done. We're going to take that right arm over to your side and rolling over to your right side. Using both hands to push the ground away. Returning to your hip and sitting up. We're going to take it into a tabletop. Into all fours, okay? Into all fours. So, your hands are under your shoulders, your knees are hip width apart. Okay, so what I'll see a lot is people shifting all of their weight into the heels of their hands. So instead of doing that, can you balance and distribute your weight across your hands equally, okay? So into the knuckles of your hands, into your fingertips, and into the heels of your hands. Everything nice and equal. Think about subtly ripping the ground in half, ripping your mat in half with your hands, and just feel that grip from your hands all the way, your fingertips, knuckles, all the way to your armpits and your shoulders and back. Okay, so can you anchor down into your armpits? Can you kind of Lock your armpits down towards your pockets. And how do your shoulders feel in your shoulder girdle? Do they feel the same? Just one more thing, we're going to look at our feet here. So inhale, you're going to raise your feet up, just like an inch or two. Exhale, press the tops of your feet down into the mat for 2 out of 10. Nice and subtle, we're going to do that again. Inhale. Squeeze the middle of your back, lock your armpits down. Pressing down for 6 out of 10. Press your feet down into the mat for 6 out of 10. Feel that in your tummy, so a bit stronger than last time. We're trying to create equilibrium throughout all of your limbs here. We're going to go one more. Inhale this time. Exhale, you're going to press down, go back to your 2 out of 10. Go back to your 2 out of 10. Okay, so again, notice your shoulders in your shoulder girdle. Notice your hips and your pelvis. Are they twisted at all? Shifting into your shins and your feet, the tops of your feet. We're just going to rock to one side, just a little circle to your right for 3. Keep it small for 2. 1, and then reverse, opposite direction for 3, for 2, and for 1. We're going to bring that into the center and start by opening your chest forward. Keep your core engaged and keep it in your ribs, okay? So keep your pelvis still. Okay, you're going to round into your spine, into your ribs now. Again, keep your pelvis remaining still. So you want to isolate this to your rib cage. Think about rolling your armpits out to bring your chest forward, keeping your navel scooped to spine, keeping your core engaged. And then scooping your diaphragm, scooping your ribs up and in to create that lovely rounded back. So notice your shoulders, how they're kind of rotating. As you're rolling your rib cage kind of forward and back to kind of dip into your spine and round. So think of this as the beginning of your cat-cow spinal wave. Think of your neck and head posture here as well. I don't want to see any necks way down here. And I don't want to see any necks way up here. So think about holding on to that apple, holding on to the apple again, okay? And creating length from the top of your head, the crown of your head. Think about lengthening from your waist, sending your head forward. Okay, so can you begin to bring that into your pelvis? Begin to bring that into your pelvis as you bring your chest forward. Can you lengthen from your waist? Send your tailbone behind you. Keep shifting into your hands and shins and feet. And when you go to round into your rib cage and kind of scoop your upper ribs up and in, and scooping your navel to spine, keep creating length in your waist. Hug your armpits in. Tuck your neck and head. Think about looking at your fingers. Inhale, we're going to go back into that dipped spine, so sending your tail behind you and your crown forward, the top of your head, lengthening from your waist. Kind of squeeze your legs here. Exhale, we're going to round again. Pushing the ground away. Gently lock your armpits in. Shifting into the tops of your feet. Okay, so we're going to go with a few more and then get off of the wrists. So keep going, you're doing great. If you feel like your wrists are, like if it's too much in the wrists at any point, go up onto your knuckles, all right? You don't have to suffer through. So I find that when I first started practicing Pilates and mat exercises, that different parts of my body would get tired first. Like surprisingly, my wrists and my neck. You know, when you're sitting back and you lift your neck up when you're laying back. So that's really common for a lot of people. And I find that these parts of my body strengthened really quick, just focusing on kind of distributing my balance and my weight a bit better. Like even now, I feel my spine decompressing just by breathing and just by moving. So look at what's happening in your body as you're moving and just decompressing. You might feel that your spine is that bit longer. And then maybe you begin to rock forward and back with that. Maybe you keep it isolated and still. So whatever you do, make it your own. Okay? We're going to sit back, take your knees out wide, big toes together. Go ahead, sit back about halfway. Do this move all the time. It's my fave, rocking forward and then back again. Now, we're making this small to start off, so you don't need to take your knees like super wide. You can go like just a little bit wider than your hips. As you go to sit back, we're not going the entire way just yet, just halfway. You want to feel that lovely stretch. And then sending it forward like you're about to do a push-up. So as I go to sit back, I'm kind of using my fingertips and my knuckles just to grip onto the ground. So I feel the stretch in the middle of my back as I go to sit back, and then I'm ripping the mat in half with my hands to send myself forward. I'm still on my feet. Okay, so if you find that your wrists are being strained here, maybe you need to walk your hands a bit further forward. But again, you can go onto your knuckles. If you want, you can add like a little push-up, like a little half push-up there, and then you're sitting back. If it feels good, sit back the entire way. If you push up, then just squeeze your elbows into your ribs, okay? Like this, just squeezing your elbows into your ribs and pressing away. Give me one more. And then we're going to hold that next one in child's posture. Okay, so take your knees a wee bit wider if you want. And you're externally rotating your hips, so squeeze your legs active. Try not to put all of your weight in your legs. Try to kind of resist the pull of gravity with your legs. Okay, so we're going to invite in some movement, rocking side to side, just shifting between your hips and your hands. Inviting in lovely full and deep breaths, breathing in deeply. And just watch those armpits aren't creeping up. Keep your armpits down. Breathing into your ribs, into the middle of your back. And close your eyes here. Hold this for a moment if you want. You can let your head rest or you can keep rocking. Well done, everybody. We're going to go up into those knees. So walk yourself back to your legs. We're going to go up. Okay, so if you find that your knees, you get a bit sensitive knees, that's fine. That's okay. So basically what you're going to do, you're going to get a jacket, a mat, roll up your mat, a blanket, anything that will just give your knees a little bit more cushion, okay? Even if your knees aren't particularly sensitive, I do this anyway, I like some of my comforts, you know. I don't need to have my knees being strained on the ground, so feel welcome to do that. And you're going to take one leg forward at a time. Let's start with our right leg. Okay, you take that right leg forward. You could even take your hand to your knee, just shift it forward. Let's get stuck in. So take your feet nice and wide, like hip width apart. Okay, so you don't need to have your feet here like a tightrope, because what's the point? You might as well take your foot out to the edge and have all of this space to balance. You have your entire mat, you know, you might as well. So your back foot, we're also going to just take your left foot, your back foot, and turn it in slightly towards your body. Think about kind of flexing your foot down into the ground as well, just like you did when we were raising our feet up and down again, when you're in your all fours just now, okay, in your spinal wave. It's the same idea. We're using our feet to anchor us and for balance. And I find that this really makes a difference. I can feel that in my hip already, my left hip. Next thing we're going to do is check our alignment here. You're going to take your hands to your hips and just kind of manipulate your hips by kind of like maybe rocking to one side and then the opposite side. I'm 50-50 in both of my feet, in my shin and in my foot. So when I rock forward and back and side to side, I'm checking to see if my hips go too far to one side. For example, I feel that my right hip is very far up here. So I'm going to shift a little bit farther into my right foot, and I'll even pigeon toe that foot as well. So now I feel like I'm more 50-50 in both of my feet. Okay, so what I did there, I pigeon toed my front foot. I just turned my toes in a little bit, and I'm getting a lovely stretch up my ankle there as well. Okay, so now I can drop into this hip, untwist. Okay, and now maybe pelvises tend to kind of tilt forward. So if your pelvis were a bowl of water, would it be spilling out the front? In a lunge, they typically do tend to kind of tilt forward, don't they? So let's kind of try and tuck that pubic bone, your pelvis forward. Keep rolling your thighs out. We mentioned that briefly before. Keep turning, rolling your thighs out. And think of that line running down, that medial line running down the center of your body. Like a line running down the center of your body. You want to grip your thighs towards that line. We're going to get out of this and switch sides, okay? So you could take your hand to a block, to a piece of furniture, to the ground. Take a hold of your knee, shift it back here, and we're going to switch sides. You ready? Let's go left leg. So you've probably already noticed your hips in a lot of, basically all these postures that we've done. Hips are vital. So want nice and strong hips. We're going to look at our alignment here. Again, take your feet nice and wide. Take your feet nice and wide. And the same thing that was happening on the opposite side is happening to me here. So maybe you're the same. But I find that my left hip is just like my opposite hip on the opposite lunge. You get what I'm saying? My hip feels like it's hiking up again. So again, I'm going to shift a little bit deeper into my front foot just to kind of distribute my balance equally between both of my feet. And I really find it helps, especially for women, any women watching, that you turn, pigeon toe, turn that toe in towards your body. Notice that your knee might also go with your foot. So again, keep tracking it in line with your big toe, kind of shifting forward and back. And you might begin to just kind of feel the fascia and your tendons, your ligaments, your muscle tissue, just kind of opening up as you begin to breathe deeply and just invite in little rocks moving forward and back and side to side. And you can keep it small. It doesn't need to be anything massive, okay? So you're probably best just keeping it small and not going your full range, you know? So your back foot, remember, is also pointed in. Like I point in my entire shin and flex my foot into the ground. And I'm getting such a lovely stretch in my foot, shin, ankle, hip, everything. But again, I don't want my hip to be lazy and begin to twist like that. So this is your Pilates compass. Okay, your Pilates compass. So your thumb's on the belly button. Heels of the hands and the hips and fingertips on your navel. So I want my pelvis in a lunge to be nice and square forward. So the moment I begin to feel my pelvis twisting away, this is me exaggerating, if it even twists away a little bit, I can feel, is this hip being lazy, getting away? So I'm going to try to, again, bring my weight back into my feet. Use my hands to my hips to just kind of rock forward and back. Finding that tightness in my right hip and maybe just kind of pulsing forward and back once I find that little knot. And I'm breathing deeply. So your fascia is your muscle, or your, not your muscle tissue, but your tendons and your ligaments. So it attaches muscle to bone. This is the same stuff that you get massaged as well as your muscles when you go to your masseuse. So basically in your fascia, we hold all of our water. We're about, is it like 70% water? Maybe probably more, probably a lot more actually. So, think if you're holding onto all of this water in your body. When you begin to move, you're rehydrating your body. So that's why it can be sore sometimes when you begin to move, but it is good for you. It is good for you. So we're going to get out of this, off of our knees. We're going to take it forward into a cat-cow spinal wave. So inhale. Remember, you're on your feet and hands nice and equal. You're going to go into your dipped spine. Just create length. Keep your tummy engaged. Exhale, you're going to round. So start with your ribs, your pelvis, but you're going to round. Okay, so think about creating length in your waist. Holding it for a moment, pausing. Squeezing the middle of your back. Using your hands and feet like you're ripping the mat in half to go into your dipped spine. Exhale, dropping your shoulders away, locking them down into your ribs. See, a simple cat-cow. So good. So I might actually tie up my hair here. Keep going, and we're going to take it into a downward dog, into a pike, okay? So we want to squeeze the middle of our back here when we go up into a downward dog, and you can probably feel it here in your cat-cow spinal wave and in your child's posture as well. Just keep doing that. And we're going to add a little child's posture. Take your knees out, big toes. So as you go to round into your spine, you're going to sit back as you arch and round into your spine. Forward as you dip into your spine, create length in your waist. Maybe add like a wee push-up. Exhale, rounding to sit back. Inhale, lengthening. Dipping. Exhale, arching. Okay, so we're going to take our hands to the right side, walk your hands over to the right. And we're going to sit back towards the opposite side, so the left. Heel, even go like half and forward. Rock forward, squeeze those legs, active. To the left heel, keep your hands to the right, maybe going a bit farther now. For 2. Inhale, exhale. And last one, we're going to hold and inhale. Sit right back. Keep your knees together and sit back towards the left heel. You can have your knees out wide as well if you want, together or out wide. Whatever feels best, honestly, whatever supports you the best, and you're going to get a lovely twist up your spine. Keep your armpits locked down And keep breathing, full and deep breaths. Notice that you might kind of twist in your pelvis. You know, it might catch you in your hip. So again, squeeze your legs active and keep shifting over to the left. Keep your hips square without any twisting. Well done. You're going to walk your hands into the middle, shoulder width apart, and back up again. Well done. Take your hands on over to the opposite side onto the left, and we're going to sit towards the right heel for 5. Squeeze those legs forward. For 4. Feel that in the middle of your spine, in the middle of your ribs. Squeeze your back. So maybe you're sitting a bit farther. Squeeze your legs to press away. Maybe you're going into like a wee push-up. And last one, and you're going to hold that one. Send your hips on over. Full and deep breaths. And you're going to walk your hands into the middle, shoulder width apart, raise on up. Okay, let's take our downward dog. So we're going to lift up. Let's go 50-50 or even across all of your limbs, your feet and your hands. Just kind of give your pelvis a little tuck and flatten into your back. Lock your armpits down. Full and deep breath, inhale. On that exhale, feel like you're ripping the ground in half with your feet while simultaneously pushing with your hands to lift your hips up. Now stretch through the middle of your back, that mid-trapezius, and you're rolling your armpits out, just like we demonstrated and practiced, okay? So you'll have to practice this a couple times. Notice that your heels will be lifted, or not. But either way, begin to walk your heels up and down, or you give your neck and head a little nod and a shake. Keep rolling your arms out and your shoulders out, and we're going to transition forward. So roll forward, push the ground away with your feet and grip with your fingertips. Land your shoulders over your wrists. You can take a break here by dropping your knees and going into a child's posture. This will build strength really fast. So I recommend when you go back to this practice that you practice this kind of like just as a self-practice. Do as many of these transitions, lifting from a plank into a pike, as you need or want. But it will build strength fast and really help your shoulders in the middle of your back, just really help your posture. Heck, see. Continue to lift up. If you're lifting up from a plank, then just keep your shoulders locked in. Make it full body, that plank. And opening up your back. Well done. Give me one more, and then we're going to end it there. If you want to keep practicing on, do a few more, then remember to rest. If you're going to end it here, just drop your knees, take your knees out wide. Toes together, sitting back, anchor into your sit bones to the heels. Reaching forward with your hands. Keep anchoring back and drop your armpits down. Full and deep breaths, rest your neck and head. Invite in some rocks if that feels good. And just walking your hands upright. When you're ready, you can stay in that child's posture for a bit if you'd like, or if you'd like to end it here. Well done, everybody. This is a great practice to go to every day, honestly, if you're just starting out and learning. I explained a lot of details here, so not every video is as detailed as this. This is a good one to kind of learn if you're just starting out, or if you're trying to understand some transition. I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again. If you'd like to just go to your knees, if you're holding on to something, curl to tuck your toes under, to push the ground away into your feet. Or you could step forward with either one of your legs lifting. Okay, so either way, we're gonna stay forward with our chest bending into your knees. If you could straighten your legs a little bit more, think about rolling your thighs out and gripping your thighs together and your feet are hip width apart. Full and deep breath, inhale. And just let go of your neck and head, give it a nod and a shake, a little gulp or a cough. Lock your armpits back and down towards your pockets, giving your hands a shake. And on your next exhale, ripping the mat in half with your feet, squeezing your legs to curl back up for 3. For 2, stacking your vertebrae, feel your glutes and your back at the top, holding you to stand nice and tall. Feels like a brand new body. Give your legs a shake. Well done, everybody. Thank you so much. Bye.